If you've ever wondered why it feels hard to feel safe and calm, even when you logically know that you are safe, here's a neuroscience why. I'm Jenna. I'm a clinical and molecular neuroscientist and a licensed therapist, and I study the way the brain and body communicate with one another through stress and immune signals, and how those conversations shape both your physical and mental health. And I teach people how to reset this dialogue between the brain and the body so that they can finally make progress in their lives without spending years or hundreds of thousands of dollars talking about it. So if you want to learn the science behind all of that, follow along. So recent neuroscience research shows that trauma changes the way the brainstem and the midbrain communicate with one another. And these are regions that decide whether or not you're safe before you can even think about it. These structures learn safety through sensation, not logic. That's why standard coping mechanisms and hacks and bilateral stimulation and desensitization of the brain don't actually work in the long run. They work in the short term to some degree to help people manage, but they're going to fail in the long run. And we see that in longitudinal data consistently, especially amongst trauma survivors. So trauma also changes the way your body and your brain talk to one another, which causes all sorts of symptoms in adulthood that we have tons of large-scale data on as well, where unresolved childhood trauma really radically affects your physical and mental health as an adult. And interoceptive training, or learning to track sensation in a safe way under the supervision of a highly trained clinician, is the way to learn to rewire this. It starts to retrain the body's earliest safety circuits through mindful awareness of your internal experience. But it's more than just meditation. It's more than just mindfulness. It's training the body and brain to sense safety through sensation, not logic or talking. So if you want to learn how to do this, comment reset below. I've got a free training for you where I give you a nervous system quiz, and that will tell you where your system might be stuck and why, and then what to do about it in some really easily implementable 2 to 5 minute trainings every single day that you can practice as soon as you download it. So comment reset below and let me know how this shows up for you in the comments. How does you struggle with this? What makes this hard for you? Do you tend to not feel safe? What does that look like? How does that impact your life? See you there.